We're back to check out some more signs of the times.
We're Jim and Vanessa. Thanks for taking the off-ramp to adventure.
Back at the American Sign Museum this time, we took a back road to get in here. It's been kind of interesting because we've seen some really cool signs like, I don't know, that thing. That's cool. To somebody. I don't think we could have picked a busier day to come.
The last time we came, it was during the virus. There was hardly nobody here. Not
today. Today we're in the back parking lot, the overflow. Got the Genie across the street this time. The signs in the parking lot are amazing. One thing I found out today too is they have a sign making class. It's on the fourth Saturday between 1 and 4. We're here between 1 and 4. It's Saturday, but it's not the fourth Saturday. It would figure. And the reason we're here is because we heard they've expanded 20,000 extra square feet. We had to come see it. Still, like this guy. He looks so real up there. I think we noticed they've got another Genie now. This one was here before. We thought that one was there before, but I don't think so. I think he's new. New stuff. Loving it. Looks a lot like it did before, except no face masks this time. It's gonna be fun. And 20,000 extra square feet.
The nostalgia overload was great when we came here 4 years ago. So knowing the Sign Museum had added an extra 20,000 square feet was more than enough reason for us to come back. What we did know is that we were about to find a cool hidden gem here we couldn't have expected.
I can't help but to come back again, even the second time. It's still amazingly overwhelming in such a good way. Don't remember seeing this last time. Gotta be from some famous restaurant. If you know, guys, put it in the comments, okay? I think this is part of the new stuff. And look at this. It's a big old bunny. It's a bunny eating a hamburger. I'm a little confused, but that's okay. Okay, this is worth it. Classic old Frisch's. Look at this, though. It was a mainliner, and they had the big boy. Before it was the big boy. A historic pic to kind of commemorate the whole thing. You remember this?
I do. I remember this room.
I don't know if I remember him or not. Pizza King, but there's so much to try and remember in this place. All this neon, I wish they'd bring it back, I really do. What do you say we head to the new stuff? Because we've got the old video that you can watch if you want to, but we'd like to get to the new things, the 20,000 square feet. That is huge. I think this is new too. The Van Camp's Bakery. Look at that old windmill. I don't know if half the neons burn out, so I don't know. Again, they're having a class on how to make signs, and I would really love to come to it. I have no idea what it costs, but I know it's 2 hours long, and it would probably be well worth an investment. Seriously, it's like everywhere you turn, there's more neon. Look at this, Sunshine Beer, never heard of it. Tires, I think I've heard of that. Barbershop, yeah, don't go there much. This is just like walking through history, guys. If you've never been here, you got to try this someday.
It says, curious about a sign in the museum in general, knock and ask me. I'm Tod, American Sign Museum's founder. It's just the guy that started it, sitting here in the chair.
That's him?
I don't know. Knock on it and see.
Let's knock and find out.
Meet our hidden gem.
The wall here, that Firestone storefront that's down there was right here.
Oh, okay.
I conceptually moved it 120 feet. It's not like I took it apart and moved it. We've doubled the size of it.
What is the 20th anniversary this year, right?
25th, actually.
25th?
Yeah.
That's right.
I wrote for a magazine about signs. This is a trade magazine for the sign industry. Sign companies read it. I worked on that magazine about 26, 27 years. It actually dates back to May 1906 and my great-grandfather was the first editor. So it's our family business.
And your door says if we have questions about one of the signs, you can answer it.
Yeah, I want to be a friendly museum. I want to be, I guess the word is accessible. I don't want to be one of those, can't talk to the founder, you know, he's very important. Or something.
Thank you for that, because we saw the sign.
Because I have a question about the little bunny over there eating a hamburger. Where was that from?
The bunny is from Copley, Ohio. The owner of the restaurant's wife's name was
Bunny.
Bunny.
Ah.
That question is one of our probably most asked questions.
Is it really?
Yeah, what's the deal with the bunny?
Did kind of a tour from the guy who put the thing together. This is so awesome. He's going to show us something that we asked a question. He said, let me show you. So we're going to walk with him and let him show us.
There's a garage door where we came in, where the fishes big.
Oh,
The main
wow.
line come in. That's a, you know, they call that trompe l'oeil to fool the eye. That's just a bureau.
Okay, so this is part of the new 20,000 square foot area. Wow.
Clover Deli, the sign.
This came from New York City. New York City?
Wow.
This was on a building in Chicago.
And you got it off the building in Chicago?
Yeah, it was, the building was going to be torn down. It was clad with aluminum siding. So the demolition company pulled off the aluminum siding for the scrap value.
Wow.
And then found this underneath. This was actually 2 stories up. So some sign painter friends of mine saw this, who were in Chicago, and called me and said, we got to save this. So I had a scaffolding company put up scaffolding. And a buddy and I went up there in my truck and flatbed trailer, and we got the 3 sign painters up there to help us. And we took this down board by board.
Wow.
And then put it back up. Now, the window was actually cut in after the ad was, after the advertisement was painted on there. This came from Exeter, New Hampshire.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted a theater.
Walked right by it.
So if you come in the theater.
As crazy as we are about theaters, I got so enthralled with him answering our question.
So we needed to be more quiet because there's 3 loops playing in there. One is a general tour of the museum. So.
And this is an actual theater. This looks a lot like a theater that you would walk into.
Yeah, we wanted to make it look like that. So we had 450 sign painters here 3 weeks ago, June 20 through 22. It was like a conference, and we had 21 different workshops.
Wow.
We had to do
wow.
gold leaf, different alphabets used,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So we could do them in the barn room. We had this space. And then we have a classroom over here. Let me show you that. So a lot of times on Saturdays we have activities for kids, and during the weekdays schools come here on school bus, and we do stuff back there for kids.
This is really incredible.
What a great guy.
Walking around with Tod, they have 3 different areas like this. Each one of them have like a bar, place where you can get some things to eat. This new extension for them, you might have heard it, they've doubled their space. And when they double their space, that means they have put all of these signs are new. They're not anything where they shifted things around. They did have to take a wall down, but everything in there is new. So we're really excited to show you the other 20,000 feet of this museum.
This is like its own little alley through here. Get Up Beverage Company, I never heard of it, but I like their sign. And look at all this amazing neon. Think, they've got a class to teach you how to do this stuff. That's what was playing in that theater a minute ago. Dolly Madison's old sign, custom tailored. This was a place where you knew you were going to get good work done. I don't know if you guys remember the Frisch's sign we showed you when we first came in, but they said this was actually a garage door that goes up, and that's how they got the big sign in. It was a Cincinnati Frisch's that went out of business, and people were worried the sign was going to get lost like the building did. It was a lot higher than the door. They actually had to tilt it sideways to get it in.
When you first come into this place, they have all the different kinds of signs. I don't know they talk about this one. This is made out of opal glass. These letters are. You can see the molds down here. One company in Buffalo, New York was the one, Flex Loom Sign Corporation, that actually created these. They're patented, so nobody else can make them. And they're probably one of the most important innovators, really, that came out with this type of glass. This is one of the new areas as well. Loomis cameras, and if you can tell up here at the top, the camera. And if I'm not mistaken, when we were here earlier, it was sitting back in the building where they were repairing things. I could be wrong, but I think that's it.
I don't know about you, but there's so much that I'm trying to keep up with, trying to take in. It's just really kind of overwhelming a little bit, but in a good way, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, to be able to catch everything that's new.
Gas for less. Been a while since you've seen that sign.
Rosalind's Drive-In Bakery.
Look at that. Drive-in bakery. Does that mean you can see a movie too, or just drive through and get your baked goods?
I don't know, but Tod,
They didn't explain that.
this is Todd's last name,
That's right.
and that's his family wing back this way. So the brand new wing.
And of course, you know, Big Boy's gonna be there. Gotta go up there, get our dreams interpreted by Madame Lola. I keep having a dream about being chased by a giant grape with big grape feet. I have no idea what it means. If you know what it means, put it down in the comments, okay? Look at this Farmer State Bank. Beautiful eagle. They just don't make them like that anymore. And they've got a wall of signs now, too. Take a quick peek. A lot of great artwork. Sign Police International. Welcome, letterheads. Talk about some history. We got an area dedicated to concert posters too. Happy hour and Sunday brunch buffets. San Francisco Ballet, Victor Borga. Mike Stevens looks a lot like Johnny Paycheck. Is that just my imagination? Evidently, these are the letterheads. I've got the story from Vanessa. In the 1970s, Tod got together with these guys. These are projects that they created. They met once every 20 years, once every year for 20 years. And these are projects they created. So you want to see the great artwork? I'm serious, it's great. Look at this. Love that one. And these are the guys.
Okay, I'm always looking for stuff people say over the years. So up here, a business with no sign is a sign of no business. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Makes sense to me.
This is the sign of the times where Tod was talking about where he used to work, right?
I think so.
When he mentioned that?
That's right.
Yeah.
And what's weird is our first video here, I called it Sign of the Times.
Yeah.
Just kind of
and
makes sense.
it's a magazine. I don't know that they're still in business.
I didn't know there was a magazine called Sign of the Times. I really did not.
Since 1906.
Great minds? Yeah. maybe Todd's. I like the Red Goose shoes, Vans shoes. What is that, a projector? Looks like an old slide projector, doesn't it?
It says pictograph.
Pictograph. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like an air pump, probably airbrush maybe, early airbrush. Looks like everything you would need to make signs back in the day.
It's the sign painter's kits.
Yep, that's definitely what it was, guys. Look at this. Brushes, paints, little drawers, everything goes in. Neat and tidy. Pro goes to work and the job gets done.
This is really cool. These were the colors of the neon the chart that they would show you, all these different neon colors, up until about 1960. I guess 1960 it kind of started fading
Yeah,
out.
it kind of did. Pick a color, any color, as long as it's
so
here.
I would assume they would carry these around and kind of show them to the different
You think they'd have to.
companies and say, okay, this is what I have.
This is what we have.
Yeah,
we
it is.
can light up your life.
It's portable salesman samples.
Yeah, look at that, 40 to 60. Could you imagine carrying this stuff around? How could you not be impressed if you were a business owner? Show your colors. I think this is the new stuff they're coming out with. It's not really neon. It's like neon, but you can bend it and put it in so many different ways, and it doesn't take all the gas or the electricity to run. Gotta find out more about that. Maybe let you know more about it later on. Vanessa's over here reliving the old days with this Zenith Chromacolor sign back when the quality goes in before the name goes on.
Exactly. I worked for a distribution place for Zenith televisions. That's how far back one of my very first jobs. And we would go actually visit all of our different people that sold Zenith TVs. That was the sign. That was the sign you saw everywhere.
And that was an expensive TV back in the day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, I love that. Look at the awning, the radio and TV above. That takes you back. If you weren't there, you missed something. And these neon clocks back in the day, you saw one of those, that was high dollar. These little messages, look, they're on timers. They flip. Here we go. A little further. There you go. The old days, old school. What I like too is the settings they've got. It looks like an old-time storefront. It just really helps take you back.
Look at this.
Remember this?
The tiniest one, the tiniest neon sign.
That is tiny. This is where they do all the work. They do all the refurbishing, new stuff.
Oh gosh, look at that.
I know it's hard to see.
That's
There's a
it.
lot of reflection in the background. But
Yeah, but that's the new neon, I guess, right?
I
It's
think,
LED.
yeah. The fake LED, see that back there, guys?
Yeah.
I never get tired of this stuff. And that stuff. Look how authentic that looks. Just like an old-time gas station. And a Rexall Drugs right next door.
Look at this. These are the new signs, the new colors,
New colors. Very vibrant, exciting.
compared to the old ones that, there's maybe 8 that they could show when they went to the stores and said, we can do this for you in these colors.
So if you've got
Look
a
at
tuner,
those.
you've got like a Nissan or whatever you like to jazz up, there you go. They can probably fix you up with some lights. Be honest, when was the last time you had a bubble up? I did drink one once or twice. It tastes kind of like 7-Up. Oh, the Rainier beer sign, big shout out to the Nomadic Fanatic.
They even had a neon benders demonstration. We missed it.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it was from 1 to 3, but I don't even know what time it is
bending
now.
demonstration. That's what I was talking about. They have how to make a sign.
It just ended.
Yeah, well, we were
man.
talking to people and enjoying ourselves.
We were.
Hey, if you want us to make another trip and catch this, let us know in the comments, okay? If you never got to see the animation, I am so sorry. It was great, especially at night. Can you explain this one? You've been doing
can,
some
actually.
reading. Texas wieners, hamburgers.
This sign actually was started, I think it was during a time right around 1950s. It was created actually for a diner. It never got installed, and the reason it never got installed is because of this. It was against the law to have any type lights going and moving like that at that time. So this is brand new. It's never been put anywhere.
I'm glad that day passed where you can't have moving lights. What would we have had if we didn't have moving lights?
This one was also made, never hung up. You can tell. It goes back, gosh, I think in the late 1950s, but it was found. The interesting thing about it, if you see that, this was called a personal panel. And when you think about back in the time when they had these signs, they would sell this to someone, make it, and then at the bottom they would have a personal message or whatever they wanted to say about their company. And you would think Colonel Sanders would be installed wherever he went, but this one was made as well, never installed and was found. There's so many of them. Most of these here actually were done and they were never installed. They never got to shine. This one also has a story. It was built actually for a New York amusement park. It was put on a pole and it went around and around. But unfortunately, it was missing the back. Someone found it. There is no back.
I found out there were only a few made. This is the one of 4. Sorry. UFO. No, it's really a satellite, so.
This was the early 50s at a Kansas, I think is what they said. Yeah, Kansas City area motel. It's called a transition sign because it goes between the neon, which you can see very clearly. But if you look up here at the top, this is actually just plastic, the sun and the moon. And they got into where they started adding both of them together to make a more interesting sign. Kind of gave it even more dimension than if you just had the neon.
Remember this?
What'd you find?
You remember why his hair was red? His hair was red at one time. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
Then they made it black. You know why they kept it from being red?
Uh-uh.
Because red, with the slingshot especially, was mischievous back in the day. They didn't want people thinking that, you know, the wrong kind of people hung out there. So they took away his slingshot, darkened his hair, and we had another big boy. Just a nice guy.
It was safe.
Safe. That was it. Okay, I'm trying to remember my sign history. You had the metal sign, you had the puff sign, you had the neon, all different incarnations of signs. And they're here somewhere. I just don't know where. You remember when we saw those?
Where's that?
The different kinds of signs that they had, the puff, the
Oh yeah,
neon.
it's right down this hallway.
Okay, we'll go check it out. First off, look at this wrench. 8 feet tall. Just so you guys know, Todd told us we could call him a little bit later, maybe send him an email. We might ask him about this among some other things that we talked about. You might want to stick around for another video. Could be happening very soon, and I get the feeling it's going to be amazing.
It has all the different types.
Yeah, this is it. This is where all the different kinds of signs were. There's a timeline, history of 3D letters. You had 3D. You had the light bulbs, neons, and the sticky on, like ceramic kind of signs. I didn't know there were so many incarnations of signs until I came here. This is fun, guys. Need to check it out. Okay, gotta do the Burma shape sign. Here we go. Others claim their product good, but ours does what you think it should. Burma shape. Oh, I miss this kind of stuff.
Oh, he's gone.
Don't look now, but Todd has left the building. So I guess we will too. Guess we'll exit through the gift shop, eh?
Yes, we are.
But to buy something, look at this. How do you leave here and not get something to remember the day? You can't do it. We got one before, but what's wrong with another one? Got this. Looks like a hotel key. That's kind of cute. And Vanessa got a puzzle last time we were here too, of all the signs that they had in the building. Drove her crazy, but it was fun for her. You notice I said for her. No, I didn't do it. Would this drive anybody crazy trying to figure this out? How long would it take you? 1,000 pieces.
What would they say about the used cows for sale?
Used cows for sale.
Retired light bulbs for sale.
Does that mean they just quit working?
I think so.
I don't have to work anymore. Leave me alone.
Isn't that funny?
If those are collector's items, we've got like a treasure trove in the basement.
Exactly.
Did you find one?
I did. It's kind of more like the newer stuff.
Yeah, it's got some colors to it too.
Yeah.
I like that. Very bright.
We ready?
What did you think about this trip?
Oh, this was better than the first one. We didn't
It
have to wear a
was.
mask. But not
Yeah.
only that, for them to double their square footage, it's amazing. And the the best thing was to be able to talk to Tod. What a nice man to take time out of his day to sit and tell us the history.
Coming back here was a must because 20,000 square feet of more brightness, more light, more animation. I love that kind of stuff. If you guys like that kind of stuff, give us a like down in the comments. Consider subscribing to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. El Rancho Motel. No vacancy, man, sorry. Okay, the letterheads. These are the guys. Full color pictures. Everybody who we showed inside and showcased that meet once a year. They've done it for 20 years and they always craft something when they come.
I wonder what the genie was holding up.
You guys know what he was holding up. We've been debating on this. What? He's holding something. He's got flat hands. He was holding something. What was it, guys?
Maybe he was holding the carpet, the magic carpet.
Carpet? I don't know. Maybe cars? Who knows?
I don't know.
Gotta get some of this great painted artwork. Fashion Fox, Cincinnati made. It's fashion-wise to be thrifty. Look at that, Cincinnati Avenue, grounds, baseball. Was the genie holding up the welcome sign? That one is, but that one? Don't know. The mystery deepens. We've got some signs on the other side of the building we want to check out too. Every time we come by, we have to drive by them and we don't really get a good look at them. Tod was right when he called this place a walk down memory lane. How much did you have come flooding back?
Well, it always does with some of these signs because I just remember we traveled the highway a lot during the summertime. Oh my gosh, we saw so much.
There's just so much of your kiddom.
I know, yeah.
And this is more of the heritage of the Sign Museum that you don't see inside. Yes, they have some outside where you can access totally free. By the way, it's only 20 bucks to go in if you're an adult. For those in a special age group, it's only $15. Well, look at this. On top of that building, Vanessa
Tatum
pointed
Company.
out. Tatum Company? What is it? Binders and what?
And printers, but you remember he talked about the building had something to do with binders? And I'm wondering if
That was probably part of the
this is part of
original
that
heritage.
building, yeah.
Yeah, wow. And there's the rest of the signs. Look at that Wilson Motel. Since 1961, when you get a different perspective on these signs, they just really overtake you. They're just beautiful.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button and notification bell to follow our adventures and know when we publish a new video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and tell your friends about us. And remember, adventure is as close as the next stock brand.
You got to drink Barks. It's good. You can't come to the Sign Museum without getting the world rotating with the old Mako paint display. This was back in the day when Mako existed. They would paint that car for $39.95. Yeah, and it looked like a $39.95 paint job too. The Oxyokin. What is a Amana food? Is it cooked on an Amana stove or?
And you would think Colonel Sanders would be installed wherever he went, but this one was made as well, never installed and was found. There's so many of them. Most of these here actually were done, and they were never installed.
Kind of like the Island of Misfit Toys, if you think about it. Like in the,
Oh, yeah.
the Christmas show, they wanted them, but then they didn't want them.
They never got to shine.
Then they wound up all alone, just a shell of their former self. Get it, shell.
Yeah, I think I do, but I doubt that anybody else will. It's only because I've lived with him for a really long time.